Greetings and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at the 1987 adventure fantasy comedy film The Princess Bride, directed by Rob Reiner and starring Carey, Elwes and Wright. Let's begin. A grandfather reads a novel to his sick grandson who initially dismisses the story. The tale is about Buttercup, a young woman living on a farm in the fictional kingdom of Florin. Whenever she tells farmhand Wesley to do something, he always complies, saying, "As you wish." The two fall in love, and Wesley leaves to seek his fortune overseas so they can marry. When his ship is attacked by the dread pirate Roberts, Wesley is presumed dead. 5 years later, Buttercup is forcibly betrothed to Florin's Prince Humperdinck. Before the wedding, she is kidnapped by three outlaws, a small Sicilian man named Vizzini, a giant from Greenland named Fezzik, and a Spanish fencing master named Inigo Montoya, who seeks revenge against the six-fingered man who murdered his father. A masked man in black pursues them, as does Prince Humperdinck and his soldiers. The man in black confronts the outlaws atop the cliffs of insanity. He defeats Inigo in a fencing duel and knocks him out, chokes Fezzik into unconsciousness, and tricks Vizzini into drinking a deadly poison. He forcibly leaves with Buttercup. She correctly guesses he is the dread pirate Roberts, berates him for killing Wesley, and shoves him into a gorge. While tumbling down, he shouts, "As you wish." Realizing it is Wesley, she throws herself into the gorge after him, and they are reunited. As they make their way through the dangerous fire swamp to avoid Humperdinck and his men, Wesley explains how Dread Pirate Roberts is an inherited title that he assumed when the previous Roberts wished to retire. Having found Buttercup, Wesley intends to surrender the title to another. Humperdinck captures the pair after they emerge from the fire swamp. Buttercup agrees to return with Humperdinck after he promises to release Wesley. However, he secretly orders his sadistic vizier, Count Rugen, to take him to his torture chamber, the Pit of Despair. Before being knocked out, Wesley notices that Rugen has 6 fingers on his right hand. When Buttercup threatens if the wedding happens, Humperdinck falsely promises to find Wesley for her. His real plan is to start a war with the neighboring country of Gilda by killing her and framing Gilda for the murder. He had secretly hired Vizzini to do this before Wesley interfered. Meanwhile, Fezzik becomes part of the Brute Squad ordered to clear the thieves' forest before the wedding. He finds a drunk Inigo living in the forest, whom he sobers up and tells him about Rugen. Inigo realizes that he and Fezzik need Wesley's help to storm the castle. Buttercup finds out that Humperdinck never intended to search for Wesley and calls him a coward. Enraged, he imprisons Buttercup and tortures Wesley, seemingly to death. Inigo and Fezzik, who followed Wesley's screams through the forest, find his body and bring him to the folk healer, Miracle Max. He is able to revive the mostly dead Wesley, though he is severely weakened. As Wesley, Inigo, and Fezzik storm the castle, Humperdinck panics and orders the in-progress wedding ceremony to be shortened. Inigo finds and chases Rugen before he throws a knife into Inigo's abdomen. Rugen realizes who he is and taunts him about his father's death. Inigo overcomes the pain and kills Rugen. Wesley locates Buttercup, who believes she is married to Humperdinck and is about to commit. He assures her that the marriage is invalid because she never completed her wedding vows. Humperdinck finds them and challenges Wesley to a duel, but Wesley wills himself to stand and intimidates the prince into surrendering just before Inigo finds them. They hear Fezzik's voice outside and discover that he has procured 4 white horses for their escape. They leave Humperdinck tied to a chair and jump safely through the window. Having killed Rugen, Inigo is unsure what to do with his life now. Wesley offers him the Dread Pirate Roberts title. As dawn arises, Wesley and Buttercup share a passionate kiss. Back in his bedroom, the boy eagerly asks his grandfather to read him the story again the next day, to which his grandfather replies, "As you wish."